suppose?" "Oh, no, Mr. Curry," said Paddington. "I was just checking my blooms, except I haven't got any yet. Mrs. Bird was right. She said you would be bound to find a box to stand on. I mean—"
"What was that, Bear?"
barked Mr. Curry. "Mrs. Bird saw a fox in our garden the other day," said Paddington hastily. "She thinks it came over here because it couldn't find anything interesting in yours." Paddington was normally the most truthful of bears, and he stayed where he was for a moment or two in case the proverbial thunderbolt landed on his head. But nothing happened, so he breathed a sigh of relief and carried on looking for new plant shoots.
"I don't see any point in having flowers," growled Mr. Curry. "Nasty things, they make the place untidy, dropping their petals everywhere. Just you wait."
"I was hoping Mr. Brown might take a photograph of mine when they are ready," explained Paddington. "It's my Aunt Lucy's birthday in August, and she says flowers always brighten things up. They don't have many in the Home for Retired Bears in Lima, and I thought I could send her a picture she can keep by her bed." A gleam entered Mr. Curry's eyes, and he suddenly perked up.
"Do you know what day it is today, Bear?" he asked casually.
Paddington thought for a moment. "I think it's a Wednesday, Mr. Curry," he said.
"Nothing else about it?"
asked Mr. Curry. "Not that I know of," said Paddington. "I can ask Mrs. Bird if you like."
"I don't think that will be necessary," said Mr. Curry hastily.
Reaching inside his jacket pocket, he removed a folded sheet of paper.
"It's funny you should mention the word birthday, Bear," he continued, waving it in the air. "Quite a coincidence, in fact. Don't tell anyone else, but it happens to be my birthday today."
"Does it really, Mr. Curry?" exclaimed Paddington. "I didn't know that."
"Well," said the Brown's neighbour, "you do now, but since you have clearly forgotten the fact, it's—"
He broke off as the paper slipped from his fingers, and they both watched it flutter to the ground on Paddington's side of the fence and land at his feet.
"Now look what you've made me do," he barked. "I've dropped my list of presents. I sat up late last night making it out."
Paddington looked shocked. "You haven't opened them already, have you, Mr. Curry?" he exclaimed. "Mrs. Bird says that's supposed to be very unlucky."
"I don't have any to open yet, Bear," said Mr. Curry. "That paper you made me drop contains a list of all the things I wouldn't mind having. I made it out in case anyone happens to be stuck for ideas," he added casually.
Paddington made haste to retrieve the paper. From a quick glance, it seemed to be rather long.
"Don't bother reading it now, Bear," said Mr. Curry hastily. "You can keep it to browse over at your leisure. However, there isn't much time left, so I suggest you don't hang about. I wouldn't want you to be disappointed."
"Thank you very much, Mr. Curry," said Paddington doubtfully. "Bears are good at browsing, so I don't expect I shall keep it very long." But the Brown's neighbour had already disappeared. One moment he was there, the next moment, following what sounded remarkably like a chuckle, his kitchen door slammed shut. Paddington stood where he was for a moment or two, wondering what to do with the paper in his paw. Then he slowly made his way back to the kitchen. Mrs. Bird, the Brown's housekeeper, was busy making marmalade, but she gave one of her snorts when he told her what had happened. "I'll give that Mr. Curry a birthday present," she said. Withdrawing a wooden spoon from one of the saucepans, she licked it with evident relish. "One he won't forget in a hurry." Catching sight of an anxious look on Paddington's face, she softened. "I dare say he can't help being the way he is. He must have been born that way. It's our bad luck we have the misfortune to live next door to him. It isn't like me to forget anyone's birthday," she continued, her mind clearly on other things. "Even Mr. Curry's. I thought it was much later in the year. Could you read out some of the things he wants? I daren't leave my saucepans for a moment in case they boil over." Paddington was only too pleased to oblige. "A new ball cock for the cistern," he announced. "A mouse trap,